It is the League Monthly Game Number 3 semifinals for the tournament February 2012, brought to you by Esports Monthly. We've got Team Rage against Team Rampage. Rampage the purple right now, Rage is the blue. I'm Regards with Regards Shoutcasting, and then I've got with me here from DirtNap Gaming is... excuse me, Fourth Oracle. I'm sorry, man. I totally blanked there for a second. And we're getting things in here. We're getting stuff rolling. Level 1s, we see a lot of health potions being bought for both teams. We see the boots for two of, we see for Graves and Anivia. Yeah, I hear Anivia just keeps like, what is that? He's like hiding or something.
What a great glitch.
I get that. And the skin war, there's really no skin war. Oh, we do see level 1 invade. Tarek does have the hard stun, and it looks like Nunu just kind of sitting around there. And right now, Rampage is in no position to really fight a level 1. You've got Gangplank, who's sitting around up top right now. You've got Udyr, who's sitting down by the race with Karthus. We've got Sivir and Nunu, who are sitting down at bottom lane. And we've got the whole team for Team Rage, who are right now kind of circling around. And with Skarner, you can pretty much start anywhere. You do want that blue buff, though, early on. And actually, looking here, we've got an early quick ward down on blue buff from Gangplank. We'll see how that plays out.
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at that Anivia glitch.
that Anivia glitch is just ridiculous. Now, last game, we did see that heavy... We had all of Rampage sit in this bush right here, this little tri-bush right here, and they came in and ganked. It doesn't look like they're going to be doing anything of the sort, and actually, it looks like they're just going to kind of go off to their lane. We do see Lee Sin, and actually, I wonder if Lee Sin's going to run into Gangplank up here. Gangplank does have the ward. Lee Sin knows that he's not there. I'm not entirely sure. Lee Sin playing really kind of conservatively in this area. I wonder if he's going to try to take the wolves.
I don't think so. I think he's going to be wanting that blue buff. Yeah, he queued out to see if Gangplank was there. Gangplank just says, my team's not here, and we're not entirely certain where Rage is. They could be at wolves right now.
Now, something interesting to note, Udyr taking a lot of damage from the wolves. He does have his boots and 2 more pots left. He did take a lot of damage, though, from that red, and his smite is also down, so don't look for him to necessarily counter jungle right off the bat. Instead, I wonder if we're going to probably see Udyr start to farm, because it's going to be a little bit dangerous for him to jungle, invade, or counter jungle with such low health.
Now, you were pointing out that Skarner is very dependent on blue buff.
Yep.
And you know what he did to compensate? Took the enemy blue buff.
Oh, there goes big damage off onto Sivir. There goes, sorry about that, but it was a stun from Nihilius, and Nikantor playing Graves just with a great buckshot, and she took some big-time damage. She's going to have to pot up, and I believe she also used her summoner heal. Let me take a quick peek here. No, she didn't use her summoner heal, but she got away just by the skin of her teeth.
Yeah, we're seeing that power of Graves and Tarek. What a very strong lane. And right now, Sivir and Nunu are both still level 1. We have aggression top lane, though. We have a fight.
Wow, big-time damage going off onto both of them. A parlay off onto Lee Sin, and that's some big-time damage off on Lee Sin. I'm kind of surprised he's staying there. He does have the better sustain, though. He has cloth armor and the pots, whereas right now Gangplank has... Well, he has the same, actually. Gangplank is going to go back. He does have the resonating strike, which allows him... And he hasn't picked it yet. Or, excuse me, Safeguard, Iron Will. He hasn't picked it yet, so he does not have his lifesteal.
Now we're seeing bot lane. Sivir is already back to full health with those health potions, but she already had to chug 2 of them. Graves, on the other hand, still has 1 on him. I'm interested that he took that instead of Doran's Blade, because typically when you have the general rule is you have a sustained support, you take Doran's Blade. You don't, you take Boots 3 pots to compensate.
Right,
and
right.
Instead, he's taken these boots, I'm guessing, so we can get those buckshots off more often.
Yeah,
very aggressive.
Kind of makes sense. Oh, we're going to see the stun. Oh, there goes the spell shield. Great spell shield from Sivir. I think they were trying to bait out that. Now, we do see Udyr coming down here. They do not have a ward up, so they don't know. He's going to have to waste his flash. Tarek could be in a bad situation here. Tarek is going to also have to flash out as well, and we do see top, possibly Skarner going in there. Big damage going off onto Sivir from Graves, who's possibly trying to work the counter gank here. If he could get a buckshot off, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to, and there's going to be no one dead off of that one. However, we do see Skarner up top going in for the counter jungle. He says, hey, I see you bottom lane, so I'm going to go ahead and take your jungle up on top lane. And looks like nobody's even going to go back after that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Udyr decided to take so much damage early on, because now he's leaving Skarner open. He could have had the advantage, could have started counter jungling, but instead he said, oh no, I just want to farm, and now Deathmonger is saying, oh, nope.
Oh, wow, some possible big damage going off onto Sivir. Sivir does put up her spell shield, and so Graves doesn't... Great heads-up play from Graves, who doesn't go with the buckshot. Instead, sees that the spell shield is up and says, I'm not going to give you free mana, forget that, and decides to back off.
Now, this could easily be a kill right now. Sivir is sticking around and is stepping dangerously close to Graves. Graves' buckshot is level 2, and he does have quick draw. I believe he has not. Yeah. No, he's using buckshot to farm top lane. We just have flares chasing him down. But right now, I think that Sivir can be.
We might see a gank go on up here. There is no ward up in top lane. Sorry about that, Oracle, but we do see Udyr going in there. There goes the raise morale.
Oh, no.
The stun, he is going to be able to safeguard out of there, and it looks like he's just going to head out and say, no, thank you. And actually, he's kind of debating. He's not really entirely sure whether to go back in or not. Lee Sin is going to sit back and just kind of wait to see if Udyr's heading out. He doesn't have any ward, so he doesn't know whether or not he's there. So he's going to play pretty conservatively here for the next couple seconds.
Slap in the face, Udyr finding his big golem gone. That's the majority of the gold. When Udyr came into gank, he actually bear stance a minion instead of Lee Sin.
I was wondering why he wasn't stunned, but now he is there once again, and Lee Sin is in a bad position. He doesn't have flash this time. There goes the bear stance. He's going to be taking some big damage from the Phoenix, which Phoenix right now is level 2. It looks like Cybele is leveling Phoenix to do as much damage as possible, and that Phoenix can do a lot of AoE damage and a lot of damage to champions. You know, a lot of people say, well, Tiger Stance is what you're going to do for maximum damage. That's not entirely true. Phoenix does a lot of damage as well. Oh, we see the flash off! That might be a possibly dead Karthus. Anivia is going to get exhausted, but she's going to take a lot of turret damage, and so she is not going to get in there. It's too bad Anivia doesn't have Karthus' ultimate, because that would be a dead Karthus if that was the case.
Karthus just barely saved himself with the exhaust there. Skarner wanted to come in to finish him off, but no, he's smart. He's going to go back to that third tower. No, the exhaust barely slowed Anivia enough so that Anivia couldn't get that last little auto attack off. That was so close.
I would be a little bit surprised if we didn't see Skarner possibly go into the enemy jungle around blue, especially with Karthus going back. But Karthus
bot lane, we have some aggression.
Oh, some big-time damage going off down on bottom lane. It looks like actually going to get kind of countered a bit. There goes the buckshot onto both Nunu, and the exhaust goes off onto Graves. Nunu is still in there. Nunu tanking a lot of damage. The exhaust went off also onto Sivir, and I'm surprised Sivir is hanging around there because the quick shot into it's quick draw, excuse me, quick draw into buckshot. It's a lot of damage, and he could possibly get it in there. He does have full mana.
Yeah, if only Gangplank had his teleport up, he would have been able to teleport in and clean up, but it was down. I was actually expecting it, but nothing.
Now we see Tarek going in there and starting to kind of ward up the dragon area to keep an eye on that. The blue buff, I'm not sure if it has been taken. The blue buff should be up pretty soon for Team Rampage. It was taken by Skarner right away, and you do see Skarner starting to make his way over there, so I wouldn't be surprised if we necessarily see a little bit of counter-jungling happening on that end. Skarner's sitting kind of camping over here. He does have flash up. He does have his ultimate up. Don't be surprised if we see the flash ultimate. He's just kind of sitting there camping. Oh, there goes the shield. There goes the flash. There goes the ultimate, the wall from Anivia. Anivia lays down her ultimate, the frostbite. Wow. Big damage going off onto Karthus, and that is going to be first blood for Team Rage. Anivia picking up that one. Just a great heads-up play from Skarner. And we see some big, bottom lane big time. There goes the spell shield onto Sivir. Nunu's taking a lot of damage. The Cancer just doing some great damage. The ultimate from Graves. Boom! I'm not even gonna say boom headshot just because I'm not gonna do it. You can't make me do it. I'm not gonna do it. But big time damage, the ultimate from Graves, and that's kind of the that's why you pick Graves, is because of his early game burst, and then he's just a great AD carry towards the end. And so that's gonna be a quick 2-0 for Team Rage. And Skarner here, there goes the stun onto Sivir. Sivir's in a very bad situation. The spell shield is up. I don't know if it's going to be enough. However, right now, Udyr comes in, the ultimate from Karthus. Maybe Rage picking a bad time to fight because there goes some more damage. Anivia picks up the kill onto Sivir. However, we do have both a full health Gangplank and a full health Udyr sitting in the area. Wow.
Graves first engaged that fight because he had 6 and Sivir didn't. But then it looks like they just got way too aggressive. But then again, Sivir stepped into the bush and didn't realize Anivia was coming.
Now this might be a great heads-up play from Team Rampage, who now has a 4v3 and also have Dragon advantage. Lee Sin is trying to make his way down. I don't think he's going to be able to make it, though, because Anivia is kind of camping out here. I don't think, especially with that Karthus wall being laid down, I don't think they're going to have enough time to get in there and really be able to take it. However, Gangplank has taken a lot of damage. Gangplank is low. Oh, what a shot from Anivia, and Gangplank is going to fall hard. down. Lee Sin is going to end up getting the kill. Some big-time damage going off onto Nunu. He gets ignited. Nunu is going to fall, and it's... I wouldn't go close to that Karthus if I were them. He's got a lot of damage. He's got kind of a lot of sustain going on in that area. I wouldn't walk around that AoE. They're going to back off. So even though they did pick up Dragon, Team Rampage did pick up Dragon, it was another 2 kills for Team Rage, and Team Rage is going to hold on to the gold advantage even though they lost Dragon.
Yeah, Rampage did pick up that Dragon. That was very good. I think that Tarek picked the wrong person to stun. He stunned Nunu instead of stunning, Udyr. And that way Udyr was able to get that smite off. However, if he had stunned Udyr, they may have been able to stop him from smiting and then had Skarner smite instead. Now, if we look at Karthus' build, look at this. Tear of the Goddess. That's actually an item that we don't see as often. We usually see Rod of Ages on Karthus.
Wow, big damage going on bottom here as it looks like Nicantor, he's going to lay his ultimate on. Some big-time damage, and that is going to be, not his ultimate, excuse me, his Ignite off onto Sivir, and Sivir is going to fall hard to Graves, who right now, Graves is 2-1-1. He's already got his Dorans, and two Dorans, a Vampiric Scepter over Sivir's 1 Dorans and Vampiric Scepter, and it looks like Sivir's also going for a Wriggles. And you were saying that Karthus is picking up the, not only does he have the Teardrop, but he also has, if you notice, the blue buff as well.
Yes, he does. Yeah, I think they were going in to try to kill Karthus so they could take Dragon and maybe contest their blue. But it really turned around for them. They just got way too aggressive. They had it, and I think they just gave it up.
I am amazed by the amount of damage that Flares is doing right now as Lee Sin onto Gangplank. Oh, he ends up having to waste his flash. He wanted to get that kill. Gangplank taking a lot of damage. Lee Sin, he's leveling up his Sonic Wave / Resonating Strike first, and with that full complete combo, he does, I mean, roughly around 400 damage. He also has the 2 Doran's Blade, and it looks like he's going to try to possibly build the Vampiric Scepter and Longsword into a Wriggles, but man, Lee Sin doing a lot of damage onto Gangplank, but he ended up having to flash out.
Now, I'm looking at, I'm thinking about bot lane. Uh-oh, we got some aggression bot.
Yeah, look at that damage, though, that Graves just does whenever he is confronted by Rampage right now. Nunu taking a lot of damage. Graves is going to pick up 1 kill. It'll be possible for him to maybe pick up a 2nd kill if he can lay a stun off onto Sivir. Instead, they're going to go ahead and keep farming up, and that's another kill for Graves. Graves 3-1-1 right now. And he's just like, you want to come and kill me?
Anivia is catching Karthus.
Oh, Anivia right now catching Karthus right around the blue buff area. There goes a wall from both of them. The exhaust goes onto Anivia. Anivia does have her egg up, so Karthus is going to end up getting killed by Skarner. No, Anivia picks up the kill. Skarner in there. There's the ultimate from Karthus. I don't think it's going to be enough to kill either of them. Just a great heads-up play from Skarner, who is able to ult onto Karthus. Anivia picking up the kill. And once again, Team Rage right now just running with this game. Up 8-1. They've got almost a 4K gold advantage over Team Rampage. And we see up top, once again, Lee Sin is just bullying onto Gangplank. And with his sustain, he's just not taking much damage.
I'm going to sort of put you in a state of dismay right now, I'm afraid.
Look
at the CS. Sivir. Look at the CS Sivir compared to Graves. That is huge.
That is huge, and not just that, but also the kill advantage on top of that. Udyr taking some really big damage in from Anivia. Anivia goes in there. Now, Anivia does have... the turret did fall, so it's kind of a great heads-up play from Anivia, who was saying, well, I'll take a couple turret hits, but I know I'm not going to die because Skarner's there. He took out the turret. I'm surprised Udyr didn't fall. He was really low. And yeah, that's CS advantage right now. Graves at 111 right now. Sivir at 59. That's the difference between BF Sword. Now, Graves once again just initiating on, and it looks like they're just going to continue to do that burst damage. There goes the Spell Shield blocking out the stun from Tarek, and they're going to back off. But right now, Graves has his BF Sword. He has a Vampiric Scepter, 2 Dorans. Sivir right now only has 1 Dorans, Boots 1, and Wriggles. That's just a huge advantage for Graves.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like we have... Oh, Skarner has been caught. Wow. What a good decision looking for Skarner there.
We see a red buff really quickly here. Lee Sin trying to do a little bit of counter jungling on his own. He might face 3 people. Oh, a great safeguard over to the wards there is going to get him out of there. But man, he was in trouble as he was trying to take that red buff from Udyr.
Yeah, he was. Now, let's see here. We have... Yeah, Graves is just so far ahead. He's just picked up his Bloodthirster. Sivir has her Wriggles and her Doran's Blade. There is absolutely no contest bot lane. That is a 14-minute, 40-second Bloodthirster. 14-minute, 30-second Bloodthirster, sorry. That is, I mean, I'm just sort of in awe right now. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, looking up top lane too. Lee Sin with 122 CS over Gangplank's 81 CS. So Lee Sin is also out CSing and just bullying the top lane as well. Flare is over Gangplank right now. And I'll tell you, that's a big advantage. 2 Dorians, a long shield. He's going to be able to go back and probably purchase his Wriggles and quite a bit more. Anivia uses the flash. Wow, that damage onto Karthus. Oh, we both saw that when we were trying to commentate on it. We also have Graves right there. Oh, and there goes the damage, the wall from Anivia. Graves is just, wow, that damage onto Gangplank from Graves is just massive. And there's Skarner in there as well. Skarner does not have his he does have his ultimate up, but he's not going to use it at that point. I'm kind of surprised because if Skarner would have been able to ult on somebody, he's going to look to ult possibly onto somebody here, I have to imagine. Actually, Anivia is going to go back, and Anivia, who currently has a Rod of Ages already at 15 minutes into the game, also has picked up another Blasting Wand, and also a couple of wards and some mana potions. Yeah, look at Lee Sin goes back and
Dragon. Rage looks like they say, okay, I mean, we're so far ahead, let's just get more far ahead, because that's what you do in League of Legends. You get ahead, then use that advantage to get even more ahead.
Lee Sin going back and picking up his Wriggles and Phage over Gangplank. Currently only has a Philo Stone, Heart of Gold. He's trying to catch up for it, and really Rage is just going to pick up this Dragon easy peasy.
Yeah, they don't even need Wriggles for that control, really. Just because they are so far ahead. Skarner, I think, making the smart decision, not really getting Wriggles, going for his...
This could be a tough battle here over at the blue buff. Udyr is in there. Udyr could be in a tough situation. Yeah, there goes the ultimate from Skarner onto Udyr. Udyr is taking a lot of damage from Graves. Graves is going to pick up the kill onto Udyr.
Nice wall.
And it looks like... Oh, there goes the wall from Karthus. The ultimate down from Graves. And they're instead going to back off and take blue buff. But man, oh man, what a terrible position for Team Rampage there. Karthus trying to do a few little lay wastes there to kind of take some more damage. But that's going to be a blue buff in favor of Rage. That's going to be the blue buff from Team Rampage. So great initiation. And once again, pulling even further away as you look at the gold difference. Right now, 26k for Team Rampage, 10 kills compared to 18k for Team... for Rage. Team Rage has the gold advantage. Team Rampage right now is just falling behind.
Yeah, we're seeing that really strong Anivia once more. We saw it earlier in the tournament, and it was just really doing some work. That Frostbite that you saw that was doing that much damage, it's now on a 3.8 second cooldown.
Wow. Of course, leveling up that first. And yes, I did say easy peasy. And you know what? I feel no shame. So.
Oh, it looks like Lee Sin is being collapsed on up top.
Lee Sin up top, he has just been bullying Gangplank, and I'm surprised this hasn't happened earlier, but look at him take it as he is just attacking onto Udyr. He does have good sustain with the Wriggles Lantern and also the Phage and also his safeguard. Oh, there's the ultimate! He takes out Udyr. Skarner's coming in as well, and Gangplank in a tough situation, so tanky, and it looks like Anivia is also going to pick up a tower in the process. What an amazing play. Great Lee Sin top play from Flares, and that is just... Oh, the big-time damage from Anivia onto Gangplank. Gangplank is going to fall pretty fast. Karthus does come in there. He's able to lay a lot of AoE damage down. Big-time damage. I wonder if he has his ultimate up. Gangplank... Oh, Gangplank ends up getting... Wow! Excuse me, that was Karthus getting hit hard from Anivia. Karthus is going to have his ultimate up. It is not enough with the heal from Taric to take down anyone. And once again, that's, again, just continuing to go further on. That's continuing to take your lead and pushing it further. And Team Rage is just taking absolutely no mercy on Rampage right now.
It looks like Sivir's doing all that she can to try and catch up in CS, but Anivia has won her lane so hard. She's just wandering around and essentially winning the game for her team.
Yeah, Sivir is trying to do the best she can. However, it looks like they're going to try to take mid lane right away. And with the damage that right now Graves is doing, he has his Bloodthirster, he has his Zeal. I'm not surprised that he won't be able to do it. Look at him, he's just kind of turning around. He does get exhausted. This could be a dangerous situation for Graves right now. The purple turret does go down. Graves is sitting in there. Graves is doing a lot of damage onto Nunu. Nunu is going to fall to Anivia. More damage down as Gangplank falls once again, and Rampage just can't do anything. They're trying to 2v1 people. They're trying to 3v1 people. Sivir is going to die to Lee Sin, who right now is fed, and there's just not too much they can do. This is turning into a fast stomping in favor of Team Rage.
This is so different from the two games that we saw before, where they were incredibly close. Could have gone either way the entire game. This game, Rage is just absolutely dominating, and not to, like, I guess I'm gonna say I told you so, because Anivia completely winning against Karthus. I mean, that is just a stomp. 151 CS against 100, 603 on Anivia, 040 on Karthus.
Yeah, Anivia is coming in and just cleaning up so nicely. It's it's kind of amazing.
Yeah, again, we saw that bot lane, Graves and Tarek was just too strong. There was nothing that Sivir and Nunu could do about it. Sivir and Nunu get very strong once you hit around level 4, level 5, but Graves and Tarek were just able to shut them down way before then. The buckshot doing a lot of damage, and then of course being coupled.
Oh, Graves might be in a bad situation here. He does get the wall from Karthus, and it looks like it's going to be 4v2. However, he's going to be able to quick draw away and also lay down a smoke screen and kind of bail out of there. Although we do see a team fight brewing. There goes the flash in from Tarek. Tarek also, Lee Sin goes in. Big time damage. The ultimate from Lee Sin onto Sivir. Sivir lays down her ultimate. Nunu is going to hit his ultimate. Now they are all doing this on top of Karthus, who is dead, but he's still doing a lot of damage. Might not be a great idea. However, Graves is just doing so much damage that he bullies them out of the way. I mean, really kind of amazing that Team Rage was able to have that entire team fight on top of Karthus, who was still doing damage, and really Rampage had no answer for it.
Yeah, that was... Oh, yeah,
there goes the GG. We see
this game is... Ultimate. Yeah. Oh, they kill Sivir just before.
Oh, my goodness.
What
a fight. So, it is going to be Team Rage, who is the first team to make it through the semifinals. They are going to proceed on to the finals, which are going to be tomorrow night, and we will see Rampage go on to the bronze match, which is going to be tomorrow.